And the topic of today is getting to know each other. And we are going to have some questions about it. And I think we're going to have some fun to meet and to know each other a little bit better. Okay. So I'm going to just start with the presentations as usual. Welcome aboard, Tasia. Good morning. And Tasia is going to be the first one to present. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Well, I'm Tasia. I am 26 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I like to wake early and start the day doing things that I love. So I feel like the day is already starting the way I like, like, I don't know, feels better. And well, what else? I live with my mom and my brothers and stepfather. And that is all.
Great. Welcome aboard. Good to have you back here. And Deborah, good morning. Welcome.
Morning, guys. Okay. I am Deborah. I'm married. But don't have babies. I'm a degree graduate. I'm a degree in administration and marketing. Yeah, but now I'm data analyst. I don't have a job right now, yet. I'm from Fortaleza, the land of the sun. I loved my country. This only this.
Very good. Good to know. Welcome aboard. And what about you, Bruna?
Well, I'm Bruna. I live in Brasilia. Now the day, I think it's so good and very sunny and hot. Yeah, still, I think. And I like too much to dance and ride a bicycle at the park. At the Sunday, I'm going to the park to ride a bicycle. That's it for all. Because the questions have a lot of think about us. No, it's so good.
Yeah, very good. And we are going to have the chance to know a little bit better about each other today. We're going to have some questions and you can ask questions as well. So be ready for that. Okay. Check. What about you? Present yourself, please.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning here from Portugal. Here in Portugal, the weather is different. Like in Brazil, as Bruna said, because here in Portugal we have a cold, rainy and windy day today here in Portugal. The temperatures become very, very low here in Portugal. Well, my name is Joaquim Maia, living here near Lisbon in Portugal, 76 years old. Next month of March, I turn 77 already. Married, 2 kids, 1 son, 1 daughter, 3 grandsons. And in my free time, I like to attend classes here in TNT, more or less every day. I attend classes here in TNT. I like also to read, watching the news in the morning. In some days, exercising also in the morning, to travel. Yes, more or less. That's it about me.
Very good. And you, Andrea?
Hello, guys. Good morning. My name is Andrea. I'm 35 years old. I am married. I don't have kids. I have a lot of plans. I work as an assistant administrative in a Japanese restaurant. And in my free time, I love listening to music. That's it.
Very good. And I'm Philip, your host for today. And we are gonna talk about, or we're gonna explain and share things about ourselves. We have a few questions here, but I really want not to use them. So let's try to get information from each other just by listening and trying to ask questions, you know? And of course, the very first question we have for today about why you're learning English, it's going to bring a lot of discussion and a lot of stories, and I'm going to dive deep into that. But let's try to understand or to know a little bit better of each other. Okay. Good morning, Marcio. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Can you present yourself just before I create the rooms so we can have a better discussion here?
Okay. So, my name is Mars, married, 38. I'm a warehousing leader. I live in São José dos Campos, countryside of São Paulo. I was born Bahia, and I grew up Bahia, and I play music instruments. And I watch serial. I like to watch serials and Batman and Gotham, and sometimes make food with my wife on weekend. Delicious food I like make, and so I think that's it. Thank you for listening.
Very good, very good. So we're gonna be in 3 each room, and for the other room, I want someone to lead. So the other room, I want Andrea to lead. Okay, Andrea. Just try to make people talk about themselves, and you can ask questions if you want, and I strongly recommend you to do that. It's going to make you feel like, oh, English is not coming, so it's 6 a.m. and I need to create new questions right away. So this is a good exercise, though it's not easy sometimes. So, but you have the questions here to follow if you want to as a support. And that's it. All right.
Okay.
So let's go and see you in a few minutes. Okay, so Tássia, Bruna, Márcio, we are together for this meeting. And I think the first question is going to help us to discuss a little bit about the reason why you all are here 6 a.m. in the morning. And I'm really curious about it. And I'm going to explain my reasons to have these meetings early in the morning. So, Bruna, explain to all of us here, why are you learning English?
Well, Phil, it's very difficult for me to say about this because I have studied English for a long time, and it's very challenging for me because I don't know. I think it's so difficult, hard to study language, and especially English for me. I don't know. If I have a broke in my mind, it's difficult. I don't know. And I put in my mind that it's necessary for me because I I want to travel. Maybe I wanted to move in for the other country. So the English, it's necessary in my life now.
Great.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to ask you another question. And I think this is really important when it comes to learn languages. Imagine that English is not a problem anymore. What would you do with that? So you're learning the language to travel or to work, but okay, English is not a problem anymore. What you're gonna do about that? Are you gonna use that? Are you gonna expose yourself? Are you going to travel? It's like, do you have plans already?
Well, if English for me, it's not problem. For example, I now I think I learn it to like for the language. That's it. I started to study French too. I don't know if I learned it too much, but I think French helped me in the other moment. Maybe that's it. I don't know if I'm sure about why I learn English. If I know, it's okay. I think it's so good.
Very good, very good. And you, Tassia, why you are here learning English 6 a.m. in the morning?
I feel like it's a limitation not knowing English in terms of reading, writing, travel, even to learn another language, I think, but I don't know English yet. So if English was not a problem for me, I think the difference was just the time to go to another language, you know. I have this desire. I am done with English. I just want to practice it too, but I can't say that yet.
You will, pretty soon. You will feel that. And Marcio, why you're learning English?
So, in my case, now and train my mind, all right, because different languages and different mind too from me. So I'm looking for a big opportunity, all right, and talk different people too about the English. And in my case, now I train my mind, all right, because before I've never studied English, and last years I study English every single day, firstly and in the morning, because I consider myself a morning person, all right. Yes, and so for me, train my mind now. Yeah, it's very difficult. I don't like studying English, all right, but now it's necessary. Yeah, necessary in general. No job or small talking, different people. Yes. So, firstly, train my mind. Yeah. My mind open now about this. All right. It's very, very important for me and train my mind.
Yeah. I'm thinking about, like, it's not that I'm learning English, but as I'm speaking, like, I don't feel I'm learning Portuguese as well. So I think in my case, I'm here at 6 a.m. doing these meetings just because I am exercising my mind to achieve something bigger and greater things about my life. And I'm trying to prove day by day that I am capable of doing things that I wasn't, not that I wasn't capable of, but that I didn't believe before. So waking up early in the morning, and for the past 2 weeks, or maybe a week and a few days, it's been really hard because a lot of other things started to happen that makes me not sleep too much. And waking up early in the morning, it's been more challenging than ever. So it's been like not sleeping too much and waking up early. It's proving myself that, okay, I really want to do that. And that's the reason I got so mad on myself about yesterday, that I woke up early, I answered someone, and I don't remember. I just have the record of the message, and then I fall asleep again. So why am I learning English? Just to feel that, okay, day by day, I'm, building something and achieving something else. So it's just like a mindset practice somehow.
Phil, you change your mind when you, I don't know if you read for example, the Morning Miracle.
Oh, I haven't read the book, but I know what it talks about a little bit. But yeah, there are a lot of things I do and I think, and exercise I do that it's on the books, and sometimes I get some feedbacks about other people about the things I'm doing. But it's like especially exercise in the morning, I'm practicing every day, and really every day, just to put myself in a position that is uncomfortable and that is going to bring me a sense of joy and accomplishment. So, and after that, it brings other things as well. And like, especially creativity in the morning when I'm swimming or running, it brings a lot of new ideas. So, and a lot of things that I need to do. And the bad thing is a lot of things to do, and I'm just one person. So it's been crazy. And I want to know about yourselves, about your goals for this year. What do you think about this year that you're gonna do differently than 2022? What's your, because the year has passed already. It's been like 3 weeks, I guess. So what's different, and what's going to be different for you? Is there something that you have already changed? And it doesn't need to be like something big, huge, but maybe some details. Like, for example, I stopped eating bread this year. And this year, it's going to be like 10 years that I do not drink soda anymore. So, like, for the past month or more, a little bit, I decided to cook my meal instead of ordering iFood every day. So what are the changes that you are doing that's gonna, and first, what are your goals for this year? And this is a hard question. And are you doing something like, it can be anything. Oh, I don't know. I stopped blaming. I started drinking water. I don't know, anything different. Anything at all. Marcio, is there anything different that you started to do this year that was different from last year? And what about your goals for 2023? You're muted. You're muted.
I'm sorry. So this year, improving more my English, yes, and I'm looking for bigger opportunity about the ERP SAP. I like my enterprise resource plan, my hour logistic. So about the English last years, for me, it's very, it's very difficult because because for me, my mind is complicated about this studying English for me. I don't know, how can I say novo? I don't know.
New?
For me, new, yeah, thanks. All news for me, yes. And so this year, yes, very so necessary too, English in my mind. And I look for a big opportunity about the SAP. Yes. So last years I didn't understand about the listening, about the write, in general English. I didn't understand it last year. And this year, yeah, a little understanding. Yes, but in learning and learning every day, yes, improve. So yeah, different 2023 from about the last year.
Very good. And Bruna, I want to hear from you.
Well, I think that in these years, one thing that my priority is to dive into language. I think my challenge, because the other years it's impossible because I have the other project in my life. And the other thing that you said about the food, I started the last year, but I stopped along the time is to think about the food when I eat. When I'm going to eat, for example, it's necessary to think what I eat and why. For example, maybe my day is very busy and I needed to eat very fast. I think it's so bad for my health. So in these years, I start the last, but I think these years I put it with a priority in my life too, because it's necessary.
Great, important, really good. Want to share something else?
Let me see. And back to read more book. The last in 2020 and 2021, I list a lot of books that I read, and I achieved, for example, in the 2020, I think I read 22 books, and the 2021 I read 18. So I remember it's 18 books along the day, the years. So the last years it's impossible to read. I think if you are read, it's only 2 books. I think it's so bad. And these years I started 2 books, one in English and the other in Portuguese, but no,
Expectations.
yes, I don't say that. No, every day I read the book. It's so bad. I need to put this in this year.
Great.
That's
Very
it.
nice. And you, Tassia, what are the goals for the year and what you have been changing already?
Well, consistency. I am trying really hard maintain consistency about our hours of my life. It is hard because I do a lot of things and it's not every day that I accomplish doing all. But for me, is enough that I'm trying every day. And it's essential not blame myself, you know. I want to do this difference, you know. Not accomplish all, but it's okay. I can try next day. So for me, essential consistency, not blame myself. And you mentioned that you don't drink soda about 10 years. And me too. This kind of time too. These years, I said to myself, don't eat more cookies. I don't know why. I just said that I don't want more cookies. So this is specific difference about food.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah. I for me it's more like a personal challenge. It's like I'm the biggest competitor of myself, you know. Like I like to say that I don't have competitors, but it's a lie because I have myself. I am my biggest competitor. And I challenge myself a lot of times. It wasn't like that 10 years ago, for example, but the past few years, it's been like that. I know there are a lot of English teachers. There are a lot of players in the market about classes, about English courses, about conversations, and etc. I pay attention to all of them, but I really focus on myself and what I believe it's gonna really it's really the purpose of what I'm doing, right? So and every time I see myself like comparing, oh, this and that, and then it's when I fall. It's when I make mistakes. Because I'm comparing and trying, oh, this or that, it's better, and this and that, it's nice. But yeah, we are on a good way. We are doing a good job, though there are a lot of improvements still to make. But I guess having you all in here at 6 a.m. in the morning, it tells a lot about the Talk and Talk as a company. And I feel really proud, and that's one of the reasons why I started to have these 6 a.m. meetings, because it's not just about having the 6 a.m. meetings, but what's behind of that. What are the behavior you have? So my 2023 started last year, I guess around October. In October, I started to do different things. And for this year, I am doing different things to make Talk and Talk bigger about other countries. So it's gonna be like, we're gonna be in a different level. I still don't know what it means about that, but we're gonna achieve. So my next question is about studies. And how do you study, or what are you studying at the moment? Besides English, okay? Let's not talk too much more about English, but what are you studying? What are you doing, reading? What are you doing, like, especially about studying? And what is study mean what does study mean to you? Like, what is to study? Is it to go to a school? Is it to go to a class? What does it mean? Tasia, I'm going to start with you now.
Okay. I am studying things about data, like I'm doing a lot of course about that, like specific SQL, Microsoft Power BI, and data in general, like fundamentals, because I want to be able to go another step, like in EA, like artificial intelligence and Python. But before that, I need to be really good in what I'm doing right now. So for me, it's a lot of data. I was studying 5 a.m. before getting the class. Is a challenge for me this year also. And besides that, I want to continue studying what I like, not just career, no. So I really enjoy studying philosophy, psychology. So I'm trying to have time for this thing. So for me, studying is watch courses, videos, podcasts, and read books.
Nice. And do you have like a schedule or routine for that? Or it's just depends on the moment or mood?
Yeah, for data, I'm trying to study every day, 5 a.m. I don't accomplish this every day, but I'm trying to be consistency. And for other things, like I like to study, and it's not I don't have to. I just like I try to read books. So usually in the night before sleep or in the weekends if I am studying more, like reading articles. I let weekend for that.
Nice. And you, Bruna, what does it mean? Do you have anything like similar to Tasia, or what does study
Well,
mean?
all the time I said that the study was and is everything in my life, because I am where I am because I study a lot. That's it. I think it is, and all the time I say for my son that is necessary to study, and you never stop this because it's necessary to actually no you usually you atualizar. I forgot.
To update.
Update all the time. It's necessary. It's nothing. It's no matter what you do. It's necessary to study all the time. So in the last year, I study a lot because I have a big project in my life. It's not. I didn't achieve it very well. But I think it's so good for me. I arise for my life. I think so. And that's it. Now I do my schedule every Sunday. I did my I do my schedule and put all I needed to do in the weekend. And sometimes I change one thing and other, but it's okay. I think the study, and I like to study all. I like to study about the investment, about the personal management. I like to study language now, and anything I like to know, because I think it's very important to know, and to speak with the other person. No? Here in TNT, it's very diversely. So sometimes the topic needed to know about this. So I go to Google to search out something about the topic to understand more. Before to start the immersion. I think it's so good for my mind.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. I get a lot of insights, when like about what Tassia said, and you a lot of insights to think about other things. Like I have my personal opinion, but then I get the chance to think, oh, I haven't thought about this before. So then I have the chance for it. So it's really nice to hear. And you, Mars, what study means to you?
So about the study, my area, the logistic and supply chain commerce. I like this my first job. So less English and musical instrument. And this year I'm studying play ukulele, instrument Havaiano. Yes. And to be a good father too. Yes, it's very for me it's very important. I'm studying to be good father, good good father. It's very important. So I'm studying ERP, SAP, because it has several transitions, different transitions, and transportation and transition and area logistics. Yeah, it's very, study SAP, it's very hard, all right? Yes, because several transitions, and this year, a lot to study ERP and musical instruments, ukulele, because I like music instrument, and to be a big father, and that's it.
Very nice. Yeah, I asked this question just because I thought about studying. I tried to get back on college, and I did. I was approved to a new course in the end of 2020. So for the 2021, and it was really crazy I was studying at home, and 2021 was a hard year to do stuff, to do things and new things. So I'm basically trying to keep myself up on studies, and at the same time, I do not feel like myself in a class listening to a teacher anymore. So and this new way of I think studying, it's more like you're learning or not. It's not about studying, because to study, you can study, but you can't sometimes you're not learning, but you're studying. So does it make sense to study and not learn? It's like, how many English courses have you bought? Have you attended? Have you done already? What you learned? Oh, I learned the present perfect, the simple past, the verbs in like the ed verbs in the past. Okay, nice. And what else? Oh, I learned I don't know, like I learned a new expression, new words. Okay, nice. But can you speak? Oh, no, I can't. So you study it. And special languages, we study languages to speak, right? To communicate, not just speak, but also to write, to listen, and read everything. But the most important, in my opinion, is to speak. And when it comes to speaking, you have already listening involved. So you're studying 10 years for what? To answer grammar questions. Okay, like if you want to do a English test, I guess it's okay. Like proficiency test, it's also okay. I have seen a lot of people with proficiency tests like TOEFL, IELTS, and others like Cambridge tests. They cannot speak English. Like when it comes to real life situations, they can't. And if you look deeper, they can even do that in Portuguese. And then you see that it's not the English itself. So that's why I was thinking about what is study. And my next question is, what is free time for you all? What do you do, or what do you understand by free time? Do you have free time? Because, yeah, it's been last weekend I was thinking about that. And Bruna, what is free time for you? And what do you do about that?
Well, one point, like you said, it's about the learning and study. I think it's very interesting. Junior said in the other meeting about this, and I'm questioning this. Oh my gosh, it's true. That's true. Have never think about this. Like I said in the 2020, I read 22 books, but I don't know if I put in my life. I think it's necessary, no? If you read a book, you maybe you study, but what are you learning with this? I don't know. Sometimes only read and nothing occurring, and that's it. So you questioned me about, oh my gosh, I
Free
forgot.
time, free time.
Free time. In my free time, well, sometimes I said that I don't have free time. The last years, I think I have never do the free time. I had never do the free time because I needed to do not anything to do in my life, study anything and work a lot. Oh my gosh, I think in the past year I suffer burnout. That's it. And in my home, I need to do anything too. But now I think my free time when I possible I read my book. It's my free time because I won't think that I like to do any book, for example, maybe, or listen a podcast. Maybe I think it's my free time is to do something. It's not to stop, for example, and watch TV because I don't like this series. I don't like to watch series. And so my free time, it's so good when I do some like that I like. One thing that I like, it's my free time.
Nice. And Marcio, what is free time for you, and what do you do with it?
Free time for me and join the family to talk and small talk because COVID-19 separate family, even my family. So my family is living Bahia, all right? Yes, And free time for me is now very important, and enjoy the family to talk. And also play music instrument, yeah, sometimes. But I don't consider free time for me play musical instrument, right? For me, I consider study and train my hand, train my mind, and watch series. So for me, firstly, enjoy the family to talk, yeah, small talk about the sport, about the politicians, about the road, about the North years. I like North years. That's it.
Tassia, what, and I think it's a good question for you. What is free time for you?
I have two definitions about free time. I do the both. Free time in the way of doing whatever I want to do, and it is productive, like study whatever I want, because sometimes it's difficult to do that, because if don't have a purpose, you know, like I get better in my job, get accomplished something, it's difficult to study if it's not have a proper. So for me, has a free time that is product, okay, it's product, like in this sense, you know, but don't have a proper specific. I just want to do and this product. So for me, it's important to have this time, but also be with you. If I just being like that, I think I turn addicted to be productive all the time. So for me, it's important to do something or do nothing that isn't productive. So I have this time on Friday night that I'm prohibit myself to do anything that could be considered productive. So studying, reading, I'm trying not to do at all. I don't know if I made my point of true sense of free time.
You did.
But for me, is that not doing nothing, like watch series, TV show times, read romances, being for friends, anything I want. Not doing at all, being in the bed, you know?
Yeah. It's yeah, because free time, it's been crazy lately. Sometimes like I've had conversations like this in my free time. So is it free time for me to have like immersions at 6 a.m.? Or, you know, I have an event that we're gonna have an event here in São Paulo, February 2nd. And I have been to events like that just for fun. So is it free time as well? So sometimes I get fuzzy about like free or not free time, you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's not. But sometimes I have so much fun, you know, Tassa, that I get, you know, I don't know. But I know it's working. Andrea, I want to ask you, how do you feel about leading the group to
my
talk?
gosh. It's a different experience. I have to confess that I get a little nervous in the beginning, but I think it was a good conversation with Joaquin and Tassia. I could handle, I think, in a good way.
Great.
She has
Andre,
great.
Andre is a good facilitator.
Great.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Joaquin. You are
She
so
has great.
cute. Thank you.
Yeah. Deborah, answer me. What was the question that Andrea asked that you liked most?
About the games, because she's teacher Cyrus. Yes, Andrea.
Hide and seek.
Hide and
Scones,
seek.
scones.
Yeah, I love this.
Very nice. And you, Jack, what did you like most about the conversation today?
Andre asked me if I like dancing or singing. It's the best question that they ask me, yeah, because I like very much to sing, to dance, and it was amazing to answer these questions.
Nice. Bruna, what was the question you liked most about this conversation today?
I think the first, because it's necessary. I think why really needed to learning English. I think
And you,
it's
Mars?
a good moment to think why, because sometimes I forget why I learn anything.
Yeah. Why, for me, it's the most important question in life for everything. Sometimes I don't like to ask why to myself, but I do pretty often, and it drives me crazy. Sometimes I don't want to know why. I just want to relax, you know. And you, Mars, what was the most important question for you today?
So, number one, all right, very important. And I remember, why are you learning English? So, I'm working at night, yes. So, I even come quickly to participate about this, about the one questions for me. Yeah. So you got me because different questions, all right? Yes. So for me now, very hard answer you. Yes, for me it's very hard about this and answer, because I see 10 questions for me easy, but different questions very hard.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
And this is what happens when you come to my meetings. It's like Kinder Ovo. It's always a surprise.
Yeah.
Tassia,
Okay.
what was the most important question for you to answer today?
For me, I think what is for time. More because I feel more difficult to answer about grammar.
Yeah, I understand. Very nice. And for me, the most important question was about study and learn. So, and I have just posted the survey, the link, so you can reply me back if you like it or not, if you enjoyed or not the meeting. It's gonna take like few seconds. So for Bruna, Marcio, Tassia, Andrea, Jack, and Deborah, I really want to thank you for being around at this meeting, 6 a.m. I know it's not easy, especially if you're in Brazil. For Jack, it's
normal.
yeah,
It's normal.
it's normal because it's not too early. But for people in Brazil, I know it's early in the morning, so congratulations.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Tells
for
a
you.
lot about what you want to achieve for this year. And I hope TALK can really help you with that. And the idea of this community is to help each other. So please raise your hand in case you need help, support, or if you want to be motivated somehow, or if you have difficulties, issues, just let us know. Okay. And yeah,
That's-
Bruna?
No, it's a
Yeah.
pleasure here. Stay here with you all.
So have a good day. Enjoy yourselves. And God bless you. Bye-bye. See ya.
Bye, bye,
Bye,
bye,
guys.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye-bye. See ya. Take care.